All right, so these are the live visuals that we are getting from Parliament. As you can see, the procedure is on for the filing of nomination papers. Remember, today is the last date for filing of nomination papers for the Vice President elections. And NDA's Vice Presidential nominee, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, as you can see, he is filing his nomination papers in the presence of other BJP leaders, as well as Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Murli Manohar Joshi, Union Minister Sushma Swaraj, BJP President Amit Shah, and senior BJP leader L.K. Advani. So this is the latest that we are getting from Parliament. Remember, Mr. Naidu was named by the BJP as the ruling alliance candidate on Monday evening. The scrutiny of nominations will now take place on 19th of July. The voting will take place on the 5th of August, and the counting of votes will also be held on the same day after the voting. So after Mr. Naidu's filing of nomination papers, the opposition candidate Gopal Krishna Gandhi will also be filing his nomination papers today. As far as Mr. Naidu is concerned, he will go into the election with a clear advantage really over the opposition candidate Mr. Gopal Krishna Gandhi. Remember, this Vice President of the country is elected by Electoral College of 790 parliamentarians from both the houses. And after his nomination as the vice presidential candidate yesterday evening, Mr. Naidu resigned from the Urban Development, Housing and Poverty Alleviation and Information and Broadcasting Ministries in the Union government. Remember, he will also have to resign from the upper house to run for the post of a vice president. So, as you can see, there are two sets of nomination papers that are being submitted in the support of Mr. Naidu. It is the last day of nomination today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Minister Sushma Swaraj, as well as senior BJP leaders are there flanking Mr. Naidu. They are proposing Mr. Naidu's name for the post of the Vice President of the country. So these are live visuals that we are getting from Parliament House, where the filing of nomination for the vice presidential election is on. As you can see, NDA's vice presidential nominee, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, is filing his nomination papers today. Today is the last day for the filing of nomination papers. Remember, Naidu was chosen as the candidate on Monday evening. Well, he was elected to the Rajya Sabha 3 times from Karnataka. Being congratulated by the BJP leaders as well as the other leaders who are flanking him at the Parliament House complex, where he has just filed his nomination papers. Remember, today is the last day of filing of nomination papers. Mr. Naidu being congratulated by Mr. Advani as well. Earlier he was congratulated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well. And the other Indian leaders are also there, flanking him as he just filed his nomination papers a short while back.
चलो ना निकलो उधर से बाहर निकलेंगे उधर से क्यों रुको अभी
All right, so Mr. Naidu has filed his nomination papers. Remember, the scrutiny of nominations will take place on 19th of July. The voting takes place on 5th of August, and counting of votes will also be held on the same day after voting. Remember, this all comes a day after the presidential election took place yesterday, where close to 99% of voting was recorded. And as far as vice presidential poll is concerned, the voting will take place on 5th of August. Remember, the term of Vice President Mohammad Hamid Ansari ends on 10th of August. And on 5th of August, the voting will take place, as well as counting of votes will be held on the same day after the voting. Speaking about Mr. Naidu, he was named as the NDA's vice presidential candidate after a meeting yesterday. Now, he was once an Advani protege. He had earlier vigorously backed Prime Minister Modi for the Prime Minister's post before the 2014 Lok Sabha elections. And after his name was announced for the vice presidential candidate, he resigned from the post